Hey, what's going on, guys? As you saw from the thumbnail and description, you probably have a pretty good idea of what we're going to talk about today, and that is the what's the best setup for your battle rifle, or what is the best setup for you? Which one is it? For me, okay, with mine, okay, holographic sights, flip up backups, iron sights, okay, and I do have a laser on this one, okay. Now, this is not for like you see in the movies where the bad guy's down there and all of a sudden 1,000 little red dots appear all over him from snipers everywhere. Now, that's why would you need a red dot on a sniper scope, okay? Red dots straight, you get distance, and then you're looking through a scope anyway. It just doesn't matter. But this primarily, okay, is for if there was some situation where you had to shoot from the hip, okay, or shoot on the move, to where you don't have time to really get down and take a good aim, okay. Yeah, it was funny. I was watching Predator, the original one, the other day. The kids had not seen that before, and they're getting older now, and I'm like, all right, it's time, you know. And you're seeing Arnold do, and then he's down here, and he's just going away. Well, he's not aiming, he's not doing nothing. Okay, so that's Hollywood, and we all know that that's not the way it goes. But for me personally, I like the holographic sight with the backup iron sights. Okay, if my battery goes out in this, I'm still good to go. Okay, and I prefer that over the scope. Okay, and you're like, well, wait a second, you just said you prefer that over the scope, so why do you have one that has a scope on it? Okay, this is my wife's. Okay, with her and this, she doesn't have to turn it on. She doesn't have to worry about the batteries going. All she has to do is look through this thing and know what's going on. Okay. But for me, why I prefer the holographic or the iron sights over this, okay. I do not want my field of view narrowed, okay. Any of you that have ever looked through a scope, okay, have sighted in through a scope, especially our hunters, yeah, you're probably gonna close that eye, you're gonna keep this one open. Well, that narrows your field of view to just what this scope is. Do you understand what I'm saying? To whereas with this, okay, my eyes back here, I'm seeing everything, and I can leave both eyes open. Okay, I can leave both eyes open, and all I'm doing is waiting for those little crosshairs or whatever you like to have in there, the dot. I can leave both eyes open. I still have a full field of view. I know what's going on. Did I catch movement? Sorry, did I catch movement over here? Did I catch movement over here? To whereas when you were talking just this scope, okay, your field of view is out there like this. Okay, with the holographic, I can see everything. This one does also have the little laser on it. They're just cheapies, but it's the same premise with that as well. As for people, people are not going to be used to this anyway. And I was going to say, for people who aren't used, nobody's used to doing this unless you're talking about military guys, okay? And we are talking about in a shtf situation, to where you're defending yourself, your family, your property, whatever it is. Yeah, we watch the movies, we read the books, and we go out to the range and fantasize. But at the end of the day, that's not what we do. Even as a ex-police officer, you know, I was never in a firefight, you know. we practiced once a year, okay? And even in the military, okay, those guys go through the basic training, and unless you're a trigger puller, you know, if you're a mechanic, if you're office personnel, if you're any number of support staff. Now, while you are extremely important, you aren't used to what those guys are dealing with out there on a daily basis. And I can't even say that they ever get used to it, but you guys know what I'm talking about. They have experience with it. I guess that's what I'm looking for. So as far as your battle rifles, my opinion with my rifle here, this is not set up to pop somebody at 500 yards. I mean, we're talking 5.56 here anyway, guys. Oh boy, dogs are getting let out. Hey buddy, you're gonna knock a camera, aren't you? You're gonna knock a camera. You wanna? No, you can't. Either. Yes, I know. There goes. And the other one. Hi there. Hi there. Yes, yes. All right, now y'all go. Y'all go. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, I got a couple big puppies. Go on, girl. Go on. Yes, go. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. Try to do something. Go on. All right, so anyway, what was I talking about? Somebody tell me, I don't know. Oh yeah. As far as the setup of your rifle, you've gone ahead and bought the rifle. What do you want to do? These rifles are not intended for, get a good rest and get you good sight picture and okay, squeeze, okay, boom, okay, oh man, I'm covering up a quarter at 100 yards. Now that's awesome. Okay, that's great. You want a weapon that's able to do that. But what these are intended for, I mean, the reason why they have 30 round mags, right? That's to throw some lead, and you're talking 50 yards, maybe out to 100 yards. Okay, can they be used beyond that? Absolutely. I've got a bolt action 223 that drives nails. Okay. Now with that's not my battle rifle. It holds 4 rounds, 5 rounds, whatever it is. It's for that precision, that guy in the back, your Overwatch, whatever you want to call it. But then even at that, the 223 round it's not really good for that. But off topic, going off on a tangent, but tell you why I got it. No, go. Since I've started prepping, I've been a gun owner and hunter all of my life, so I have many different weapons. But as far as why I bought a bolt action 223, okay, I already had many rounds for the ARs. Okay, let me push pause just for a second here, guys. Sorry, guys. I'm sure I'll be pausing again here in just a minute or two. But anyway, I already had ammo, and I was looking for something, I was thinking about getting into coyote hunting, things like that. I had my big bolt actions, but I didn't want to use that for that. It's like, well, I got this ammo. This looks cool. I'll try it out. And yeah, it does. It drives nails. So now I've got in essence, a long-range weapon and my battle rifle shooting the same ammo. I don't have to worry about buying two sets of ammo and having a certain amount of ammo for each of those. And one second again. All right, take 3 and go. Okay, sorry about that. Anyway, so I went ahead and got that. Shoots the same ammunition. I don't have to worry about carrying 2 different types of ammunition. And because of that, when I go to buy ammo for my battle rifle, I don't buy 5.56. I buy the 223 because I've got the other weapon that shoots, strict 223. And the interchangeability, I don't want to get into all that because there's all kinds of opinions and debate and everything else on that. So you do you. Okay. But yeah, it's like I would really like to have a 6.5 Creedmoor. But once again, now we're getting into have to buy all new ammunition, dies if you reload, and all that other stuff. But anyway, back to our original conversation for the day for the setup of your battle rifle. If you are getting one set up for family members, friends, for for an event, for a collapse, what do you want to call it, and they are not that proficient at it. In that case, I kind of do recommend something that they're not gonna. It's not gonna need batteries. Not something that takes a lot of practice. You know what I mean? Scopes, you got to have your head in the right location and all that. But for the most part, for a battle rifle, once again, we're not talking 300-yard shots here. You put those crosshairs where you want it to go, and you do that. Okay, and that is for your 50 to 100. Anything lower than that, you can use this all day long. Just kind of point and watch where the old dot's going, and let her rip. This one does not have backup iron sights because this is never going to die on me. It's not going to. Batteries aren't going to die. Now, could this get knocked off or something? Yeah, it could do that. In which case, I have thought about putting a little 45-degree cannon on here, but you don't want a ton of junk on these guys, okay? I have seen guys where they've added, 5 pounds to their rifle, and then they try to, do a little walk or a ruck or whatever you want to call with it, and it's dragging them down. You can just see it. So it's already a nice lightweight weapon to begin with, but you can add stuff to it that makes it goes crazy, to make you go crazy. Yeah, there we go. As far as this out here, the little 4-end grip, personal preference, all personal preference. This is just a cheapie, okay? It doesn't have the big free flow, barrel. But this, for me anyway, it feels good. I can pull it back into my shoulder, okay? And I know where it's at. It's right there. In fact, there we go. It feels good, okay? That way you got a nice grip on it. You're not up here doing this. Now, I know other guys out here, there ain't no way I'm gonna be grabbing that barrel though. But as far as the grips, there's all different types of grips, as you guys know. I did switch out the original grip. I put the Hogue grips on it. I like it. It kind of grabs your hand, okay? But as far as the setup on them, keep them simple. Think about it. What is your engagement area going to look like? Are you set up somewhere where you have a field of fire that goes out 200 yards and there's nothing for people to get behind? Are you going to need that scope on there? Do you not want to let them get up to that 50 yard? But then on the other hand, if you're out on a patrol or if you are bugging out and you've got that scope, any hunter will tell you that you see your prey animal and you throw that scope up and then you're trying to find it in there, okay? So whereas with that holographic, you don't have to worry about that. You keep both eyes open, look for those crosshairs or the dot or whatever you have, what reticle? Yeah, whatever reticle you choose, and you let her rip. Now with the scopes, yeah, you're supposed to leave both eyes open, that way you can see, but for your inexperienced shooter, they're not going to do that. Heck, a lot of times instead of doing this, you're going to see them doing this because they're left eye dominant, okay? So my opinion for your inexperienced shooters, try to set it up so that they have a long range and short range option on that. The one thing that these don't have that I'm going to be putting on pretty soon are lights, okay? I highly recommend them. I've got one on my pistol and I love it. This sucker will blind you. Now there's a whole nother conversation with lights too. Yeah, you can see, but everybody can see you really good too. So that's conversation for another time. But as far as that, remember the weight because you're already strapping tons of weight to you. Uh, what are you expecting? Okay, going with that holographic, everything has its pros and cons. Uh, it is going to allow you to have that full field of view. It is going to allow you to accurately, not to 50, 100 yards, but you're going to need batteries for the thing. Okay, so do you have a stockpile of batteries for it? I have tried with the different gear that I have, try to keep the batteries is similar, just like with your ammunition. Okay, you don't want to have a 40 cal on your side, but then another member of your group's got a 9, somebody else has got a 45, somebody else has got, he likes the old 357 wheel gun. That's all well and good until somebody runs out of ammo, and then they're pretty much out of the fight. So I try to think about that as far as the devices I have that take batteries as well. I've been really trying to switch everything over to rechargeable. Okay, I have multiple the little solar panels and the power packs, so that you can either charge your device directly off the solar panel, which would be tough at times, or you can charge the little power pack and then use that to charge. That's a lot easier than worrying about I need to have AA and what is it, CR123, somebody's going to correct me I'm sure, or the button batteries or something like that. You're not going to be able to make all of them all the same, but try to get them as close as you can. Like my NVGs, okay, they're AA. Yeah, they're pretty crappy, okay, but they do the job. And one of the reasons that I got those was because, yeah, you can find AA's pretty much anywhere, like looking for 22 or 9mm. And I have a charger with rechargeable AA's already, okay? Heck, if all of a sudden they go down, you start going and finding remotes and anything else that you can tear apart to try to find some batteries, instead of, like, you know, your CR123s, I hope I'm saying that, to where they are becoming more prevalent, but they're not prevalent in the ordinary, yeah, everyday household. Okay, everyday household, you know, you got AAA, AA, 9 volts maybe. So think about that as well. But to wrap up this conversation as far as the setup of your battle rifle, I'm not here to tell you how many mags you need and all that, but just as far as your furniture, your equipment on it, something that's comfortable for you. Make sure we didn't touch on the slings. Me personally, I like the 2-point sling. You can go from here, and you got your hands free. After setting up these, I've started looking at all of my my hunting weapons, you know, my shotguns, rifles, stuff like that. It's just so handy. It's right there. It's not back on your shoulder where you gotta say, hold on a second, let me get this off, and you know, it's just right here. It's from here up to here in one motion. So anyway, as far as sorry, touching on that, I like the 2-point. There are the single point out there. The only thing that I'm not a fan of with the single point is they are attached typically right here. It's where your single point would go. There we go, white background, white right here, and that's great. You drop them, but then this thing's flopping around as you're moving unless you got a hand on it. With these 2-point, don't have to worry about as much. Yeah, you're still going to knock your knees on it. It's still going to flop some degree, but not like that single just swinging back and forth like a pendulum. So anyway, those are my thoughts, my opinions on it. I'd love to know what you guys think. What do? Do you shoot scope? Do you shoot the holographic? Or do you prefer the red dot? And as far as the other stuff on it, you got laser What do you shoot? Do you shoot lights? You know, do you have all the toys on the front of it to see everything and do everything? You got your IR and your everything out there. And also, for those of you guys that do shoot the lasers, you like the red, you like the green, you know what? Let us know. Let us know down in the comments. But like I said, for me personally, I want to be able to have that field of view, be able to see what's going on, and that way you got more options. You can see what's up, and you can see the threats that are out there. So for right now, get off here and wish y'all a good day. See ya.